And the way this works is that you get whichever metal is cheaper at any point in time. We measure this by taking the price of gold and the price of silver, and you divide gold by silver, and that's essentially the value of the gold-silver ratio. So to illustrate how the gold-silver ratio would have performed over the years, let's start with 1985, because the ratio was 50 around then, so we would have bought 1 ounce of gold. We will then wait for a while, and by 1990 the ratio went back to 80, so we will switch into silver, and I would now have 80 ounces of silver. By 1998 the ratio went back down to 50, so I'll be selling my silver and go back into gold. My 1 ounce now has turned in 1.68 ounces of gold, which illustrates how you end up earning more and more. By 2003, we will be going back into silver, but this time around I will be getting 136 ounces of silver. A few years later, by 2006, the ratio again has flipped and we'll be heading back into gold. This time around, my silver will be worth 2.74 ounces of gold. Then the financial crisis came, and in 2008, silver ended up falling, gold became very valuable compared to silver, and so we'll be going back into silver. And by that time, I would have 221.2 ounces of silver. Then after the financial crisis, silver really started taking off, so we will then sell our silver and go back into gold, which would now mean that we had 4.47 ounces of gold. Then by 2016, gold again ended up becoming much more valuable. Silver fell in relation to gold, and so we'll be going back to silver, which means that we would now have a total of 358 ounces of silver. Which means we'll be waiting for that ratio to come back down so we can switch back into gold, by which time we'll be having over 6 to 7 ounces of gold. That's how, by starting with 1 ounce of gold, instead of just holding it throughout the decades, you switch back and forth once every 4 to 5 years whenever that ratio flips. You can use the gold-silver ratio to very reliably and with very low risk to multiply the amount of gold-silver you have by buying whichever metal is less expensive. As of 2022, for example, the gold-silver ratio is 90 to 1, which means silver is extremely cheap. And if you were to buy silver now at 90 to 1 ratio, you wait until the ratio goes back to 50, you'll be able to switch your silver for 1.8 ounces of gold, which means that essentially you're getting 80% more gold